Hey, how's it going everybody? It's Tanner here, and welcome to a new Ninjago video here on the channel. In today's video, we are going to be discussing the evolution of Wildbrain's animation from Season 11 to Season 14. Now, it's no secret that Ninjago fans are very mixed when it comes to the Wildbrain Studios animation of modern-day Ninjago. If you guys don't know, Ninjago, as a series, was animated by Film all the way from the pilots up until Season 10. Starting with Season 11, Secrets of the Forbidden Spinjitzu, Wildbrain took over. Of course, the studio itself has gone through a couple of name changes over the course of its existence, but Wildbrain has been animating Ninjago since Season 11, and from when it started to where it is now, I feel like a lot of us could definitely see some type of improvement. Now, during Season 11, a lot of Ninjago fans were not at all happy with the decision to move Ninjago to an entirely different studio. I know for sure it was a very controversial choice during the time because I was still making videos during that time. I was there for it, and a lot of Ninjago fans were not happy. However, when you compare the original Season 11 animation for Ninjago to the modern day Season 14 animation, I feel like we can definitely see some improvements, not only in terms of how the ninja look, but also in terms of animation. Season 11's designs for the ninja made them look a lot more, what's the right word, lifeless, dead. There were definitely a lot of issues with the actual character designs. Nowadays they look a lot more similar to how Film had initially designed those characters, and I feel like a lot of Ninjago fans are very much used to the current animation of Ninjago as opposed to the original Wildbrain animation. When you look back at Season 11, it definitely looks jarring, at least to me. Watching the first episode of Season 11 and then jumping immediately into the most recent episode of Ninjago, that being the final episode of Season 14, we can see a lot of changes here. I very much think that the studio has indeed evolved in terms of their production value, but I honestly feel like a lot of it just comes from the fans as well. Here's what I mean by that. So going from Season 10 to Season 11, with the difference in animation studios going from Film to Wildbrain, I feel like that was a huge change for the fan base to just sit through. I honestly feel like a lot of us nowadays are very much used to the concept of Wildbrain's animation, and watching Season 14, it doesn't feel all that different to us anymore because we've been with the studio now for the past couple of years. We've seen how they animate Ninjago, and to us, we're just kind of used to that. Granted, a lot of the same animation nowadays is not really comparable to Film. I feel like Film is still preferred by a lot of Ninjago fans, but looking at the animation now, you can definitely see some improvements too, in terms of lighting and texturing. Starting with Season 11, I could tell that the studio really didn't know what to do with these characters, and that's why the designs looked a little weird at first. Going from Season 10 to Season 11, it's a really big change, but I feel like if we went from Season 10 now to Season 14, the animation isn't all that different to me. To me, it's a lot more confident, and I feel like that's the right word to use here. The studio has a lot more confidence in animating these characters than what it did during Season 11, and because of that, we're getting better looking characters with better looking episodes. I feel like to outsiders that aren't Ninjago fans, the animation would look the exact same regardless. The art style, the texturing, the characters, they would look identical to outsiders, from Film to Wildbrain, and I feel like that's a good thing. I don't feel like Wildbrain should totally copy what Film did, I'm not saying that, but I can definitely tell that they're a little bit more comfortable now with these characters that they inherited from that original studio. I honestly feel like the evolution of Wildbrain's animation is akin to a couple of things. For one, the fan base growing more and more used to the studio, and the studio itself gaining a lot more confidence with these characters and actually animating them in a proper Film style, if you will. Again, I don't think they're copying Film. I'm just saying, nowadays, I feel like Ninjago's animated extremely well. Jumping from Season 11 to Season 14 feels a lot more, I guess, unreal to me. It's amazing to see how far the studio has come since inheriting these characters from Film animation, and I hope that the animation and the art style continues to improve in Ninjago's future, because right now, they're doing a really good job. I'm a really big fan of what Wildbrain Studios has done with these characters, and what they've done with Ninjago in general, and if it's only going to be improving from here, then I'm really excited to see what's to come in Ninjago's future. Let me know down below in the comments what you think about this. Do you feel like there's a very clear evolution between Season 11's animation and Season 14's animation? Do you feel like Wildbrain has improved in terms of animation, or do you still prefer Film? Leave all your thoughts down below in the comments, and hopefully you enjoyed the video. That's going to pretty much do it for my thoughts on this subject, and thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed, feel free to like, comment, subscribe, do all that fun stuff, and check out the links down below in the description for other forms of social media. As always, big shout out goes out to my Patreon supporters, including once again the Marvelous Chan. Thank you guys so much for watching this video once again. My name is TannerFishies, and with that I bid you farewell.